Hello, Mana here, and welcome back to Geneforge 2 Infestation. Picking up here in Dry Peaks where we left off, having explored Dry Peak Ascent, made it through the Dry Peak gates, and yeah, just arrived here with Shanti, and yeah, we have some exploring to do. We need to locate Zachary and Barzal, although it sounds like one of them's already dead. I forget, what did the guard say? Do you know what happened to Barzal? I thought Barzal died a year ago, so that's probably not going to work out very well. But, yeah. We're also going to have to go back to Dry Peak Gates at some point, because there was a bit of loot left there from doors we couldn't unlock. We're, oh yeah, I also misread this, because it'd been a while since I played a Spiderweb software game. I was thinking, like, we needed 1590 XP to go, but it's, yeah, it says there, your next level is at 2000, so no. We need 410, so that'll be good. Definitely going to upgrade our mechanics. Yeah, we're just going to start off exploring all of Dry Peak. This is Dry Peak, right? Yep, okay. And yeah, each episode I'll try and do a bit of a recap, but I don't know, I get very, like, I'm a lot more focused. Well, I don't know if that's actually the right word, but my attention span is limited when I am recording things, so I don't sometimes take things in as well. I'm like very in the moment, so... But I'll try and do a bit of a recap at start of every episode, just keep it brief, you know, for both you guys and me, so... But yeah, still early days. I said I believe we have 8 areas to explore for this demo, so could still be another episode after this, depending on how we go. And yeah, continuing the full game release. But yeah, let's get to it. Exploring, and then we'll do, because yeah, we'll pretty much, like, my way of doing things, do everything I can first, then continue the main stuff. But yeah, the Shaper Council sent Ancient Shanti to investigate the settlements in the Dry Peak Mountains. You don't know what caused them to be so concerned. He was sent with Shanti as part of your apprenticeship. Zachary is one of the 2 Shapers in charge of the settlement of Dry Peak. Your orders from the Shaper Council are to find him and Barzal and determine the status of the colony. Which, if Barzal died a year ago, kind of feels like it's been a while since anyone's checked up on this place. Although, okay, they're basically the same, yeah. But it also brings up, like, if he died a year ago and Zachary didn't report it, or... I mean, that kind of seems a bit concerning on its own. And obviously there was no one at the gates, and Shanti wasn't happy about that. Yeah, I guess we'll just explore around, chat with people, see what we can loot. Oh, which that was something I only remembered, like, off camera. One of the things I didn't really take advantage of in the last Geneforge game is stealing stuff. Because if it works the same, if I'm remembering correctly, basically as long as there is nobody in the active area, you get away with stealing. So, like, for example, if we're here, like, you can see them, so they would catch us if we stole something here. But if you're like that, where they're in the shade now, and there's no one else within the lit up area, it's a success. So I think there's actually a fair bit of loot you can get from stealing. And yeah, I didn't really realize that until very late game in the last one. So we're definitely going to take advantage of that this time, because I want to hoard everything. And yeah, let's go for a bit of a wander. Well, I guess we'll just open up the town, then we'll go see what we can open up and stuff. These stone shells are the remains of an earlier attempt to expand the village of Dry Peak. The effort was abandoned the same time the settlement was. The twisted weed-like trees have started to tear up the stone walls. Unless constant effort is spent cutting them back, there will soon be nothing left. Dry Peak has shown some creativity though. One of the ruins has been repurposed as an orc pen. Huh. Tasty, tasty orcs. I'm assuming. I assume there is orc bacon around. Shaper. How do I say names? Oh right, it's tab. I was playing a little bit of Avedon, so I'm kind of like swapped back around to that, where it's like shift. Yeah, he did update some controls, I think, from the recent games. Because yeah, WSD by default has not been common for most recent ones, so there's been a few changes. But yeah, I started playing Avedon again, because I love Avedon. But yeah, we have Zaf there. Honk. Shouldn't you be, like, in a pen? Uncomprehending stare. Okay. Fair enough. Guards running around. Well, that heads out somewhere. How have things been going? We've been fighting rogues, and we'll keep fighting them until they are all dead, or we are. To guard things from it, or both. Well, I suppose that is the attitude you want in a guard, right? If you're like one of the citizens. Some miners. There are several common miners sitting in a camp in the corner of town. They here to find direction to the servile diggers. The mines are temporarily closed due to monsters, so they are unemployed. Like most common humans, they do everything they can to avoid talking to shapers. When you're close, they nod politely and get very quiet. As you walk off, one of them mutters, "Things got very bad since Ajax left." Okay, Ajax. That's a new name. This is the entrance to Dry Peak's mine. With great effort, serviles bring iron and crystals for shaping laboratories from the earth. There are no serviles going in and out though, and the mine carts haven't been used in months. The mine is dark, and the hisses and the stink of the rot rise from the depths. The rogues you met outside Dry Peak have taken up residence here too. Ooh, okay. Well, when I hear rogues, I hear XP, so we'll be going that way. But yeah, we'll see what else is going on first. The stocks were placed here to discipline... Oh. There are a few patches of crops here, part of Dry Peak's pitiful attempt to be self-sufficient. These tired plants were the Shaper's best effort to create vegetables that can grow here. They aren't adequate. There are several serviles working in the fields. Serviles are probably the greatest creation of the Shapers. Small, strong, slightly smart, endlessly obedient. They are your most important workers and servants. Sometimes Shapers worry that serviles are too intelligent, too dependent to be trusted. Looking at the creatures working here, tireless, obedient, happy, it's hard to believe that could be true. Well, I think we learned a lesson from the last game, but I guess they may not know about that. Storage bays, no removal of supplies without Zachary's permission. We'll see about that. Yeah, what did it say over here? The stocks are placed here to discipline disobedient or lazy serviles. Onk. Do you have tasty bacon? I bet you do. Where? I don't know. Oh. You stand at the entrance to a huge subterranean hole. You expected to find something like this. This will be the research warren where shaping of new life forms take place. The leaders of the settlement likely live here too. If you want to find Zachary and Barzal and get answers about what's happening here, this is a great first place to look. Alright, so that's the last place we'll probably be going then. Don't think we need trash or eggshells, but just in case. These buildings look like private homes. Shapers are allowed to enter the quarters of common humans and search them whenever they want, but theft is frowned upon. Frowned. That's not disallowed. Regardless, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Farther up the road to the northeast, you can see several shops. You can buy and sell supplies here. Good. We do want to check for any living tools around. So we'll just open things up, and there's actually quite a few buildings around this place. This is a shop. You can buy or sell supplies here. To talk to a character, select him or her. You'll be given an option to start trading. There are some goods in view that don't belong to you. Shaper Law doesn't allow you to steal from the commons. Frowned upon. Not allowed. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure we can work that out. Don't worry about it. If you take too many items that aren't yours, you may be declared a criminal and treated accordingly. Well, that's only if you get caught, so we just avoid getting caught. Can't really do it in plain sight. This old wiry man is the town quartermaster. The shelves and sacks surrounding him contain the dwindling supplies for this remote settlement. His clothes are covered with flour and mixed stains. Welcome, Shaper. I'm Alazar. He sounds tired. I'm in charge of the supplies for the settlement. I don't have much I'm allowed to sell, but I do have a few things. Yeah, I'm going to have to remember to be sipping drink while playing this. What's the reading? How did you become quartermaster? I used to be a shopkeeper. Got supplies to keep this remote settlement going. But then the rogues came and the old quartermaster got killed. Shaper Zachary put me in charge of looking after supplies. I'm glad to do my duty. I just don't have many supplies to distribute. The old quartermaster was killed? He was on a caravan bringing goods up here. They were passing through a narrow alley. Rogue Fioras sprayed fire on them from the cliffs above. A sad end. What sort of leader is Shaper Zachary? He does the best he can. Don't know much more than that. He never leaves the Warrens. He's an odd fellow, I hear. He only decided to come here after the colony was all but abandoned. Strange if you ask me. You have supplies to distribute? I do have a few items of interest. Very few. I am allowed to give them to whoever I see fit, just so you know. How might I get some of these supplies? He looks away from you. He isn't happy to ask a shaper for help. Since you ask, soldiers go out to fetch food and such, but they keep getting killed by these 3 rogues. They're vicious hunters. If someone killed the 3, it would make my job much easier. Odd. Why do shapers here tolerate this? It's not my place to question the shapers. Even if it was, they don't leave the Warrens. Describe them. One is an artiller with a broken fang. One is a thard with warped bones. Its body is all twisted. And one is an old withered roamer, old and cunning. Where are they? They hunt in the fields and hills to the west. The artiller was sighted just outside the west gate. The roamer was seen fleeing into the twisted forest to the southwest. Finally, some of our guards chased off the thard. It ran into the valleys to the west. Okay. Was there anything else there? Okay. Does that mean I can't buy from him now, or he's just gonna, like, give me free stuff if I do that? Okay, yeah. Oof. Only have 144. Price is very expensive. 3 living tools that I definitely want. Maybe his prices will drop lower after the quest? I'm assuming that was a quest. This is one thing that I like in Abaddon. When you get a new quest, you actually get like a pop-up in the middle of the screen, and it like gives you the quest title and gives like a summary of it and stuff. Like, you don't see it again once it's in your normal journal, but I feel like it works well, yeah. But alright, we have 3 rogues to slay. Good, good. Shapers allow my work. The town's alchemist is very happy to see you. She makes sure her bubbling mixture can be left alone for a minute and greets you with a smile. You suspect, however, that she'll be happy to see any new face in this remote valley. Welcome, Modded Shaper. I am... Aleli? Oh my god, names. Elili? Alili. I'm gonna go with Alili. Welcome, Modded Shaper. I am Alili, the alchemist. Trapped in this desolate place and eager for news of the outside world. Please, how can I help you? How did you come to be here? I was such a fool. I heard this was an up-and-coming colony, so I came here and found a sandy backwater. I hate it here. I long for the life of the city, and the moment these rogues are gone, it's safe to travel, I'm out of here. How long have you been here? 3 long years. Who told you to come? Shaper Zachary. 3 years past. He sent recruiters to the Shaper Citadel. He gave promises that there was a real future here. He was deceitful. He say anything about rogues on the roads? That is a recent development. I am told he is working on resolving this. I do not want to question the choices of Shaper. I only hope the rogues are killed. I see, I see. Is it difficult to get ingredients out here? Yes, very. Even if there weren't rogues on the roads, it is difficult for proper herbs to grow in this desolate valley. Anything you've been looking for? What am I not looking for? Actually, there is one thing I've been really needing to make a batch of haste pods for the soldiers. There is a sage named Sharon in the woods to the northwest. She told me that she once had a patch of saltweed. Bring it to me and I'll pay you. Saltweed? You won't be using this for shaping, will you? No, that is forbidden. We commons are allowed to make pods and spores, though. We use essence provided by the shapers, but we never engage in forbidden magic. Tell me about wait, I said Sharon, it'd be Sharon, wouldn't it? Sharon sounds more Geneforge-y. Tell me about Sharon. She's very wise and skilled, but she prefers to live by herself. She thinks, and if you want to learn more about these mountains, she knows them very well. I see, I see. Would your products be useful to me? Very much so. They can heal you, cure diseases and poison, and do other very useful things. Pods only help the person who drinks from them, probably you. Spore pouches, on the other hand, shoot out spores that help everyone nearby. Probably you and all your creations. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, still little things I remember some things, forgetting others. That is good to know. Because I remember it was always worth buying the speed spores. And something else. I think spores in general are generally worth having. They can really help out, but our cash is a bit low. Do we have anything we want to sell? Oh, right, yeah, we have like crap like this we probably want to sell, don't we? Can you not? Oh. So that's interesting. Because like the reason I reference Abaddon is because it's the same engine. In Abaddon, if you're in a shop like selling like this, if you click an item, it'll go into your inventory, then you can sell it. It seems like here though, you can only sell all the junk. Which, in this case is fine. But yeah, it's kind of interesting because that feels like it's kind of gone backwards in a sense. Like it's convenient to be able to move things out in this window. But yeah, we'll sell junk. Which, do that sell things that don't have value? Either way. Yeah, we don't need a second dagger. Don't think we need a bronze sword. Don't need more robes. I feel like this game actually has more things with value. It's usually like, the real basic daggers and robes and stuff in Spiderweb software games, at least like more recent ones I've played, they usually have no value. It's only like the next stuff up. Tools, sell those. Some more iron. That'll be good. Alright, get saltweed. Can do. We have 196. We're doing a little better. We'll get there. What are going on here? Servile quarters, I think? This low smoky chamber is where dry peak serviles sleep. These creatures are simple, undemanding, and very messy. The hall is full of clutter. There is a fire pit in the center of the room. Though this valley is dry and hot during the day, it gets rather cold at night. Well, Keeper Fossilia. Oh, we have a book. Helping the inutile. Inutile serviles are those who can't fit in, can't concentrate or help, resistant to authority, disorganized. There is no cause for the inutile condition. Some serviles are just born that way. There is no order to it. The Shapers, when we last knew them, would dispose of inutile serviles. This is not just. They may not have the immediate utility to the Shaper cause, but they are living things. They still must be dealt with. We find ways to ease them into our society. Brigands and the violent can't be tolerated. Or, failing that, they can be allowed land to exist on far from us. We can't kill them, but we can't let them harm us either. That's interesting. I feel like that's less shapery than I would expect. Okay. There's actually one thing, like, I don't know what year this game is based in, for example, compared to, say, the first game. I'd be kind of curious to know that. Like, in this game, for example, does the Shaper Council know what transpired on the island from the first game? Like, these are completely separate and everything, but in, like, the lore and world building and stuff, like, I'm kind of curious about that. Oh, downstairs. Yes, this is the example here. So all this stuff here, at least as I understand, could be different in this still. As long as no one's in this light area like he is right now, we can loot away, basically. And we'll probably play this a little bit, I mean, cheaty-ish, I guess. I want to do it, like, properly and not get caught. But if we do, like, kind of screw ourselves getting caught, I don't necessarily want to keep going that way. Like, and I'm kind of mixed on that, because I'd prefer to stick with choices, but yeah, well, we'll just, we'll see how we go and avoid getting caught. That's probably the best way to go. Shackles, probably don't need those. So I think, for example, we can do that. In here, buddy. Thank you. So let's see, so this could be different in this game. You stole the item without anyone seeing. Yeah. So as long as no one sees us, free money. So there was a guard. As I said, I'll kind of avoid doing reloads if we get caught. I just, I don't necessarily want to, like, kind of mess things up by getting caught, if that makes sense. Put that back. Alright, we'll see how we go. I'll do my best to not get caught. I just won't get caught, period. Yeah. We'll go with that. But also, we kind of loaded ourselves up with crap, so we better sell them. Hello. I mysteriously have new goods to sell. Don't worry about it. A little bit of that. Javelin. Oh, shopkeeper, but does not have enough money apparently. Oh, all good. Alright, where else do we need a... Yeah, we've got someone to talk to in there. Are these just houses? Oh, it's a smithy. Like any respectable settlement, Dry Peak has a blacksmith. The mine needs a constant supply of tools and repairs. The smith here is imposingly huge and burly. Yet, when he sees a shaper has come, he lowers his hammer and adopts the quiet, obedient pose of a common human. I am Zuniga. Welcome, traveller. We're honoured that you came to visit us. Rough times. I've been doing a brisk trade in weapons lately. Perhaps you need to blade yourself. Why have you been selling so many weapons? The rogues. They're everywhere lately. I don't know why. Only Zachary and the guards do. All I know is I have to provide blades to defend us. It has made my job difficult. I've been short on supplies. You can't get supplies? Well, some things, but I can't get iron. The mines have been shut down. The workers in there keep getting killed. Maybe I can help? I'm sure you have more important things to do. What with fighting rogues and all. However, if you can bring me bars of iron, I'll pay you well. I'm pretty sure I sold some of them. Tell me about the rogues. They appeared on the roads a few months ago. Died in furors mostly. I've seen them myself. More came as time passed. What have the Shapers done about it? He shakes his head. I'm sorry, Shaper. I don't know anything about your kind. They do their business in the Warrens. He nods to the east. We commoners just stay out of here and do the best we can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sold some iron bars, didn't I? Maybe we can buy back. I figured how that works. Tell me about the roads. Oh, that's the same. Alright. All good. What are you selling? Okay, nothing we really need to worry about. Fetch iron bars. Yeah, can we buy back? Because I think you can, but... I thought there was like some sort of buyback. Oh, he has way more money. Oh, that has no value. Whoops. Oh, maybe that was that. Maybe I misread before. Or wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I could have swore there was a buyback system, but... that is unfortunate. I mean, we're obviously going to be able to get more iron if we have a quest for it. Just, we may have been able to get a better payday. Oh no, iron there. I must have sold some to you. I thought I sold some to them as well. Maybe it gets like overwritten when you sell again or something. But yeah, they cost 46. So it's definitely not buyback price. Yeah, alright. That's too bad. But no matter. What else we got going on? Oh, that's locked. How about this one? Home has been abandoned. Everything is dusty. Ah. In here, bud. Oh, what do we got? I'll take those. I mean, it's been abandoned. That's not thievery. That's loot. Okay, that's fine. Well, that's locked too. It'll be easier when we get our mechanics up. Let's go see what's up this way. Sip my coffee before it's cold. Barrels. Broken pot. That's good storage. Okay. We have a lot of locked stuff we're going to have to return to at some point. What else do we have? Yeah, there was this one. Was that all? I don't know if we should go to like the Warren next or we might go to the mines. Yeah. We'll see. Oh. I see potential stuff. Probably not combat. Oh, right, it was G. Right, G. Oh, interesting. Teapot has value. It seems like there's more stuff with value in this. I don't know. Junk bag. I guess things we're absolutely going to sell can just go in the junk bag. Don't think we need an abacus. Ice crystal, dried meat. Plate, spoon, can probably pass on those. Well, Shanti's guidance. Huh. Wait, why is that here? The known world is aware of the amazing power of the Shapers to create and mold life. They regard us with envy and fear. Yet so few are aware of how the process works. Nobody knows how life is formed. Nobody understands how one egg knows to hatch a chicken, while another knows to hatch an eagle. It is a great mystery how living things knows to grow to a certain size or a certain shape. However, by bombarding living things with certain sorts of magic in certain ways, they will change. Most often they turn into bizarre, horrible mutations. Rarely, they change in desired or beneficial ways. Shapers experiment by sending energy into creatures in various ways and recording the results. When a beneficial change is created, this is remembered. Little by little, our techniques evolve and new forms of life appear. Of course, the exact techniques that improve creations are great secrets, only rarely revealed even to students, never to the commons. Yeah, so that actually was a new book. Why is her stuff here? Strange, but good. I'll take a candle. That looks like it should be lootable, but guess not. Alright, inspection complete. You have passed. If things are missing, someone must have broke in. Not me. I mean, just someone else. Yeah, someone else. Don't worry about it. We had someone to talk to up here, didn't we? Remote ruins. There was a, yeah, keeper someone up here. Delisi, something. Oscilla. Close. This harried woman. What is a haired woman? This harried woman is Dry Peak's keeper. The keeper is an official position, a common human assigned by Shapers to look after the serviles and other creations in the town. This has left her a very busy woman. When you meet her, she's cleaning up the mugs and plates from the serviles' last meal. She looks up at you. The Shaper? I heard that you arrived. I am Keeper Thorcilla. How may I help you? You're in charge of looking after the serviles? Yes, the poor dears. The Zavarum is not kind to them. Of course, it's harsh for all of us. We need to find food and work for them, even the Unitile. But serviles are simpler, like children. It makes them act out. It can be quite a trial. In Unitile serviles? Not all serviles are born equal. Some are not capable. They can do very little to earn their keep. Still, even a poor land like ours must keep them alive. It is the law and the mercy of the Shapers. Act out? What do you mean? Well, you know what they're like. Refusing to work, to obey. I love them, the little dears, but they are like children. And when they are bad, they must be disciplined like children. Fortunately, a few missed meals and the occasional time in restraint solves the bulk of the problems. I'm sure you approve. I mean, discipline like children, restraints. I mean, she says she cares about them, just guess it's a harsh world. Well done. Your restraint in their control is admirable. You force them to work and punish them when they disobey? That seems cruel. Have you had any problems worse than just misbehavior? It is strange, but sometimes the serviles give me these looks, as if they're smarter than they should be. Shapers, if you have time and will speak with the serviles, I'd appreciate it. I believe one of them is unusually intelligent. Yeah, we might have experienced that once before in a different life. Talk to them? Anyone in particular? That is the thing. I don't know. It is just, they've started acting strange. Gathering in clumps, whispering. Usually this means there is one troublemaker. What should I watch for? Oh, you would know better than me. An intelligent servile can be useful, but it can also be dangerous. That is why I'm reporting the situation to a true Shaper. Alright. How have the servos been doing lately? The poor things. The rogues hunt them down first. They're easy prey. It has been especially bad in the mines. The situation with the servos is clearly bothering her. Tell me about the problems in the mines. Rogues. Rogue creations began to appear in the wilds around us a few months ago. Then somehow, they spread into the mines. Some of them ate my poor serviles, so I moved them into the safety of town. But that's not the worst of it. Not long ago, several mad thards charged our west gate. They were killed, but 3 of my serviles panicked and ran into the northern mines. I don't know what happened to them, and it worries me terribly. If you could find out what happened to them and, if possible, bring them back to me, I would be so grateful. Okay, well, we do have to go there anyway, I guess. Why can't you enter the mines yourself? Word came out that Sheba Zachary's warren. Word came out of Sheba Zachary's warren. The mines have been closed. We commons aren't to enter. You can go anywhere though. I should spend time hunting down lost serviles? I know you were too important to worry about a few mere serviles. However, if you went in there, I thought you might see them. I can do that. I think we're all good. Find smart servile. Mine rescue. Okay, we've got a few side quests piling up, eh? All right. Is there anyone else like we need to chat to here? Talk to them. Talk to her. There wasn't anyone in. Oh right, we didn't try and go down here. Whoops. I forgot about that. Don't want to miss that. Okay. Training dummy. Bucket. Javelin. You need 15. Oh, okay. We're piling up a surprising amount of places we can't access yet. Can't get in those. There was no one in there. Can't get in there. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any like important NPCs. Serviles. Well, we do need to chat to one of them, but... Okay. So I don't know if we should go there first or not. Because, not like, on one hand, we could go to the mines now because we have stuff to do there. But it could also turn out that, like, whatever the main stuff is ends up connecting to one of the areas we want to go to. So it might be better off to go there first. But we'll have a look around for this servile. How about you? You meet a servile. Serviles are the most loyal and useful of the Shaper servants, intelligent enough to work independently, but not smart enough to rebel. Well, you've been served by many of them in the past. Serviles are about 5 feet tall and heavily built. There are many designs, but all are agile and muscular. This one looks up at you with the expected calm, blank gaze. Yes, Shaper? How can I serve? Its clothes are very dirty. It probably spends all of its time working in the fields. What are you doing now? I wait for commands, Shaper. I do what you want. How are you feeling? The servile has to think about the question for a minute. I am, well. How do you feel about having to work? The servile is very confused. They are not made to be smart. I dig, I build. Keeper Thosilla gives the orders. She feed us. I like her. The servile gives you a confused look, then it smiles. Yes, I helped. The servile wanders off. I guess we just got to kind of look around. I'm sure, yeah, I assume all the one we're looking for is going to be the same. Okay. Where is the smarty boy? Guards running around. What about you? Are you suspicious? Okay, you're the same. Same. Is that, wait, I work in the field, Shaper, if that is what you want. How are you feeling? I'm well, Shaper. Less, much more direct. How do you feel about having to work? I am glad, Shaper. I love to serve you. That was a strange response. Servals don't talk about how they feel about your orders. They just obey them. That may not mean anything. The creature can be confused. Yeah, like that one, I noticed like similar responses, but much more direct. I am interested in serviles. Can you tell me something about yourself? The servile looks at you blankly. I do not understand, Shaper. Like even that, it's still much more direct than the other ones. Do you think you're a smart servile? The servile looks very confused. I am sorry, Shaper. There is something off about how this servile is acting, but you aren't sure how to uncover it. Yes, Shaper. The servile returns to work on the sickly crops. Yeah, so when you say what do you... I work in the field, Shaper, if that is what you want. Versus, I wait for command, Shaper. I do what you want. That's kind of direct, but how are you feeling? Servo has to think about the question for a minute. I am, well. Versus, I am well, Shaper. Yeah. Much more like clear and direct. But we can't... I don't know what we need to do for that. I mean, that one, I don't know. Let's try her again, maybe? But it could be that we need something more. Could be some other requirement, maybe. But we'll see if she has any updates. Oops. Thank you, Shaper. When I make sure they know to obey, I also invest to be kind. As I said, they are like children. Yeah, it doesn't seem. Alright. Probably can't do anything more for now. But we know where they are. As for side quests, yeah, I guess we have two in the mind, don't we? They can found the lands west of Dry Peak. Alright, well, I guess we'll go to the Warren. We might quick save just in case. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I've had bad times with them previously. You enter the Dry Peak Warrens. Once this was a shaping hall. It would have been the first installation built when the Shapers came. All life forms that settled in this area were created here. Shaping halls were built underground so that if anything went wrong they could easily and forever sealed off. Now it is used as a command center for the whole region. The entry hall is guarded by huge turrets. These immobile fleshy creatures are created by Shapers that can shoot vicious thorns at intruders at a remarkable rate. I remember. Considering how poor and run down the region is, this warren is surprisingly well maintained. If you walk farther in, you should meet Shaper Zachary, and half of your mission here will be complete. Well, I think we've completed the other half because apparently Barzal's dead, so... no worries. You make small talk with the guard. You learn nothing interesting. You note that he is very nervous. However, you can't be sure whether this has a specific reason or is just a standard common unease around Shapers. True. That's true. Does seem like a large area. Where is my apprentice? Approach. It's time to begin. Where is my apprentice? Oh, another Shaper there. Hello, Blue. Can we go in any of these? Oh ho! I see potential loot. I like potential loot. Do you guys need to stand in the doorway? Thank you. What do we have in here? Thorn baton? Shield? Horn. Don't think we need a horn. Probably don't need... ooh, I think some dried meat. Delicious. What else? Junk bag. Junk bag. Cloth. Maybe. Crystal. Yep, I can go. I do wish our main pack was like a little bigger. Teapot. Tea me make money. I don't know what I'm saying. I like free stuff though. That I do know. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I didn't do in the original in the first Geneforge, and like this is a lot of extra money you can make. As you can see, like you kind of want to buy like the living tools and various things without like, you know, using every drop of gold you have, so yeah, it's definitely worth it. And it is very easy to get away with, especially in the cases where you can just shut doors. Why was I inspecting the rooms? Don't worry about it. Nothing to see here. Keep alert, yes, keep alert. Never know when someone's gonna wander and steal things. Ay ay ay. You can keep your whip mop and bucket, I suppose. Scalpel, value of 8. Yes, please. What about you? Oh, I can legit take that. Works for me. I guess that's where we actually need to go. Alright, we'll go talk to this guy first. Zen Satal. You have the pleasure of meeting a younger shaper, only slightly older than you. His robes are new and clean, and he is too. His eyes are mismatched, but he looks well rested and ready to explore. His robe doesn't quite match. When you approach the table, he is sitting there and looking despondently down at his soup. When he sees you, however, he perks up immediately. He favors you with a broad, friendly grin. Another young shaper, come, join me. He leaps up to pull a chair for you. I am Zen Satal, and I greet you. I recognize the aimless, ambitious look of a shaper aspirant. Come, let's trade stories of our powers, our beliefs, or of trying to find a place. Tell me about yourself, shaper. I am like you, perhaps slightly farther along. I passed prosperity by to pass the tests and join our sect. I served my apprenticeship, and now I seek a place to achieve great things. That is what brought me to these mountains. I heard rumors that the other shapers were flocking here. I sensed a chance to prove myself and do great things. You passed prosperity by? My family is one of success. Merchants for generations with great profit to show for it. They are common, but a common can have a good influential life if it has money. Alas, I hope for greater things. You're a full shaper now. I have that honor. I have completed my apprenticeship and gained my full powers. However, that is only the beginning of the journey, as you well know. What's your goal here? I am only at the beginning of the journey. Now I must travel and find a place to show my powers. Only then can I truly rise in our hierarchy. That brought me here. I must confess, I've had trouble finding work to do here. I need a purpose. I sense I can find it here, but I have had no luck. You seem to be settling in well. Perhaps you could advise me? Have you talked to Shaper Zachary? Zen Satal looks toward the Hold of the East, where Shaper Zachary holds court. I offered my services. I was rebuffed. Rather rudely. Zachary told me to go away, plain as that. For a moment, his tireless smile fades. Thus, I must look elsewhere for advice. I don't think Shanti's going to take that too well. She's, yeah, I'm sure that'll be an interesting conversation. What exactly are you looking for? I've been given such power, the ability to make life. Now I am driven to use it. I believe I can push the world towards a better place. All I need is to find the right place to shove. I'll help you find a purpose if I can. I am grateful to you, Shaper. I sense your agitation. You need to go out there and explore. If you find a place I can go to and unique people to talk to, a place where I can make a difference, please remember humble Zen Satal and show mercy. Once again, I'm just making my pronunciation hopes. Yeah. Zen Satal sounds like a name. Zen Siddle. Zen Satal sounds good. What is your philosophy as a shaper? If I had to sum it up in one word, it would be sharing. I don't mean share our powers, of course. I mean that we must share the benefits. We must approach creations and commons with a spirit of giving and kindness. Of course, we all say this. I may have expressed my beliefs, however, in a way that made other shapers doubt me. Do you have a teacher? Like the agent you went to Dry Peak with? The one who approached Zachary ahead of you? No, I'm an apprentice no longer. It saddens me sometimes. Being out on my own, as I am, is a lonely journey. Have you been doubted by other shapers? I find the Shapers harden their hearts as they grow older. They go grasping, mistrustful, bitter. We must always love the commons and the creations. We hold our powers for their benefit after all. How do you regard creations? We are their creators. They are our children. We must regard them as we regard any human children we have. It's a nice sentiment, but it flies in the face of all shape, lore, and tradition. When we make a creation, it's like our child. It deserves care. Our creations are not children. Children are children. Creations are servants. I mean, I feel like somewhere in between, because it depends, because creations, like, a lot of them are literally for battle, so like it's kind of hard to look the same at like a Fiora and like a Servile type of thing. You know, I want my guys to do well, stay alive. They may not, but you know, I do care. So yeah, sure. When we make creation as our child, it deserves care. Of course, we must raise them and guide them. Then he pauses. When they are grown, human children are independent. Creations must obey. A strange contradiction. I must think on it. You sit and speak with Zen style. He is constantly upbeat and smiling. He trades stories about the world and his strange outposts, speaking yearningly of a place where he can fit in and use his powers. Where do you want to go now? I don't know yet. This barren valley we are in offers no opportunities to prove myself. Yet there is more here. I sense it. That is why I asked your advice. You came here with an actual mission. I came here to help. You can tell me somewhere to go so that I can serve Shapers more effectively. I haven't explored beyond this small valley. Then we are in the same situation. I'll stay here until I have better prospects. I'll be going now. Zenstal nods. I wish I had your sense of purpose. I'll find a way to use my powers for great things, I swear it. Safe travels. I mean, we're kind of like... I don't know if we really do, because it sounds like we're just in the same position as him, like say 6 months ago or something. Like we'll be in his position after our apprenticeship's over, or yeah. But it sounds like he should probably go out traveling. Like, staying here is probably not going to solve many problems. But yeah, I noticed the portrait has red robe, he has blue though. Guessing that's a oversight. Nothing to see here, okay. If you say so. Let's see if we can walk down this way before we go along with all that. The sun on the wall says storage hall east, tool breeding south. This dank chilly warren of tunnels contains the supplies for the warren. There may be something useful to be found back here. It wouldn't do to get your hopes up too high though. This colony of spore to start with. The rogues appearing along the road out only made a bad situation worse. I mean, there's clearly more going on here. There's, you know... Zachary, I mean, we haven't even met him yet, but... There's obviously some odd stuff going on. Don't think I need stone blocks. Nothing there. Oh, pod. Okay. What are you talking about? No idea. Needs 7 for that. Increasing number of places we're going to have to come back to unlock things. Oh, hello. What was that? Move along. Is this, that's the whole area. What do we got here? Obeya's reminder. Every moment of happiness you ever has is because of the Shapers, and sadness too. All satisfaction at work properly performed is because of a Shaper, and is owed. The joys of food, of children, and song all come from the Shapers, and be taken away if one is wise. All wisdom and guidance comes from the Shapers. Shaper errors only lead to pure truth. All protection comes from the Shapers. The Shapers are the greatest of powers. We must be thankful, we must obey. All comes from the Shapers. Okay. Interesting. Because that was more like one of the factions from the Servile factions from the first Geneforge game. Because there was 3 factions. I think ones were literally called the Obeyers. I don't know if it was that or they just kind of had that same thing, or... Yeah. Some, oh, living tool, I do want you. Don't need those as much. Okay, wait till he goes past again. We definitely want those living tools. Because that's like the thing, like at the shop, they were like, what, like 69 each? We currently have like 266 coins, so yeah. Definitely want those. Damn. Don't have enough space. Candle. I'm grabbing food because they're like just like things we can use for health, but Thorn Baton. I don't know if we'll really use those. They might be just worth selling. Boulder cloths. Yeah, I'm sure more will come up. What was in that one? Some thorns. Okay, we'll close them. Wait till he goes past again. Do. Boom. Boom, boom. Nice. Nothing to see here. Barrel? Oh, there's that way too. One thing that sets shapers apart from common humans is that all their tools are bred and grown, not made. This room is one such breeding hall. Here, living tools, batons and thorns are being grown in pens to serve the needs of the colony. The tool breeding stock is very well guarded. To lose the ability to grow fresh batons and tools is a major blow to any shaper colony. Oh, we have a Jess here? Yeah, it's kind of weird, like, it's just tools being grown there. Feeding time. Can I harvest? I don't... The thorns are almost ripe. I think they are ripe. Just not sure if I'm meant to be the one harvesting them. Seems fine. Ooh, that one's a freebie. Nice. Don't enter combat. I really want those tools. Can I reach them from anywhere? Doesn't look like it. I think when, like, if we get like a teleport skill, we can get to things like that. What do we got back here? Alright, we'll leave that alone. You meet the woman in charge of breeding shaper tools. She looks like a common mage, not a full shaper. It is very unusual for an outsider to be given such close access to shaper equipment. Things are different out here in the wilderness. She smiles and nods. Greeting, shaper. I am Jess. Welcome to my little workshop. Are you in need of supplies? What do you know about the events around Dry Peak? Nothing, shaper. I am not of your kind. They let me work here. It is interesting work, but I know nothing of shaper business outside the city walls. I only do what Shaper Zachary instructed, which is keep the thorn bushes watered and the baby tools fed. Keep the growing batons moist and warm and keep them from eating each other. I'm like a farmer, but with a somewhat unusual crop. That does seem accurate. I could use some supplies. Ooh, 6 living tools. Okay, we are going to be buying them at some point. Very expensive is not ideal though. Do you want to buy my junk perchance? Not a lot of money, but it all helps. I have some shields I may or may not have found nearby. Don't worry about it. Alright. I think we've got all weekend there. Let us throw a real save down. Go for a little wander this way. Terrestria's leaders. There are 2 sorts of humans, shapers and common. The common are the regular folks of Terrestia. Peasants, soldiers, tinkers, ordinary humans. They form their own cities, organizations, and political hierarchies. They are also mostly allowed to rule Terrestia. Everything they do is subject to approval or rejection by the Shapers, but the Shapers are rarely bothered to interfere. The rule of the Shapers is light but firm. The common can learn magic, but they are forbidden from attempting the shaping arts upon penalty of death. To become a Shaper, the common must pass a series of difficult tests as a child. Being accepted as a Shaper is rare. There are no second chances. Hearing some odd machinery. Oh, we got our pools here. Stuff? Oh yeah, I guess some of these don't have, like that's got no value on it. But then basic robes did. Huh. I see some shoes with value. Is anybody around here? I don't know if they count. I wouldn't think so. Okay, we're good. I need to kind of organize this mess, don't I? It's not great. I don't know if we'll actually need light sources in this, but I assume we may need them. I don't know if we'll even need thorns. We may just sell the batons and thorns, we'll see. Sign on the wall says Shaping Hall Safety Door 2. If sealed, do not break seal without direct Shaper Council authorization. Oh, Tyalia? This is a Shaping Hall. Here, Shapers concentrate on making and remaking living things to suit their purposes. This hall is set up to do actual research so that new creations can be designed. Such research usually takes the form of taking a living creation and focusing magical energy into it. If it makes the creature better or stronger, the Shapers record what they did. If it has the opposite effect, they discard the damaged creation and don't repeat the manipulation. It is a crude method, but it works. If the Shapers ever figured out how to modify a living thing precisely, it would be a major advancement. This hole shows the signs of heavy use. Booted feet have worn tracks in the floor. Many experiments have taken place here, as Shapers struggled to make life that can flourish in these harsh mountains. From the looks of the desolate landscape outside, those efforts have been futile. Got a battle alpha here. I remember those guys. So looking a bit colorless. Our army in the last game were much more purple. I may train you, may you? Interesting. The anvil in the middle of the nearby circle is glowing slightly. You recognize this device. It merits closer investigation. Zachary told me to aid you. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm not going to start a fight. Not yet, anyway. Okay, that's a big skull. Okay, suspicious cage. But potential free stuff. Oh, hello. Do you count as a person? Because I see free stuff I want. Just behind you, you hear an angry hiss and the sound of worm skin gliding across a stone floor. You whirl around, instantly recognizing an ambush. Creation spontaneously going rogue doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Like, for example, now. Oh. Okay. Bad idea, buddy. Solves my problem for if they count as someone that can see me, though. So, ooh, that's rough. Get to charging. And again. And again. Beautiful. Minus the poison. You'll be fine. Shake it off. Probably. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you got charmed? Wait, how did you get charmed? Okay. Well, that escalated in a unexpected direction. What the hell happened? They both had poison. There was not a second status here. Okay. I don't know what just happened. Was that like a trap? I have no idea what just happened. Well, Fiora, you will be missed, and fortunately there is some essence pools nearby, but... Alright. I'll be taking that for my trouble. Also that. Probably also whatever's in here. Ooh, okay. You find a journal of shaping techniques and instructions mainly regarding fire creations. You may not have received permission to read this stuff, but you were told to investigate. That's a good enough excuse. You quickly digest the contents of the book. You learn useful techniques for creating Fioras. Oh, wait, is that a... Oh, hell yeah. That actually added my skill. Okay, interesting. Because I think, like in the last game, you generally had to find like these they're not vials, they're like vats. I don't know what you would call them. They look like just like, yeah, I guess like large vats of essence kind of looking things. So that was a nice find. I'm so confused about what just happened though. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check because yeah. 1 second. Okay, so I checked back on the video and that actually was really strange. I don't know what happened. So like I accidentally entered combat because sometimes I hit F still. I'm trying to not do that. But that was me manually entering combat accidentally. But literally like split second, as soon as I entered combat, it popped up with a charm here. The poison was still there. So, because I thought like, wait, maybe it only shows one icon. I was pretty sure it showed multiple, but I couldn't remember because I hadn't seen it yet in this game. But no, the poison was here. And then right below it popped up the charm instantly, as soon as it entered the combat, which I pressed. So, I don't know if that was like a strange bug or something. I have no explanation. I didn't see anything trigger anywhere. There was nothing. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's familiar. Let me know because that was super weird and pretty damn deadly. So, yeah, strange. Well, we better talk to that person, but we also need to remake Fiora. Because that wasn't ideal. Alright, we're all juiced up. Now, let's get a new one of you going. So yeah, higher level now, which is nice. I think we'll go with an 8 haste. I don't think I'm going to get... Well, no, the fire cone is good, isn't it? We'll try and keep it at poor if we can. Overload, special abilities of a cooldown. This can be nice, but probably don't need it right now. That becomes very poor. It's already higher level. We might play it a little bit safe. So I don't remember this being a huge problem, but we'll stick with that. That gives us 8 essence to spare right now, which, if we're full, is that... Yeah, because that gives us 4 heals, so that's pretty good. We can work with that. Let's chat with you. These names. Tylea? Cholia? This is my problem with my brain. Like when I read this, I just go every single way that I could possibly think to read it, and then I don't know which one to actually choose. Because it'd be like Tialia, Tyalia, Tyolia. Okay, some of them don't make a lot of sense. Tyalia. Tyalia. Does that sound like a name? This man is instantly recognizable as a research shaper. The stained, torn robes, the burns, the habitual nervousness born of the constant danger of being eaten by a rogue. All the signs are there. Visitors make him uncomfortable, which is why he's lurking back here. He's still polite. I am Tyalia. Welcome to Dry Peak Research Labs. How can I help you, fellow shaper? How long have you been a researcher here? Years. Years and years and years and years. Far before Zachary arrived. Remember that. I was here before. How have the efforts to populate the area been going? They haven't. We have too many problems as it is, because of the rogue attacks. And before the attacks? Shavers have spent the last century making experimental creations, both plant and animal, and releasing them into these valleys. The only result has been biological chaos. Weeds and pests survive. Anything beneficial is devoured by the weeds and pests. Can you give me training? Yes, Shaper. Zachary has told me to be helpful. Would you like to learn about spells, creations, or weapon shaping? You can spend money to increase a magical skill up to 2 times. To increase it more, you'll have to find a new way in your travels. Okay. So... Wait, is that meaning like I can do every skill like twice, or I can just choose 2? Because I'm not sure. Well, let's see what's going to cost. I want to learn new spells. Tael... I have that name. Taelia. Taelia? Taelia. I'm going to go with Taelia. Taelia can teach you how to cast several spells. Even though he's not exclusive to Shaper Art, magic can still be very useful. You can't buy more than 2 levels of a spell. Okay, so I assume that means I can buy as many as I want, I just can only buy 2 levels. Okay. Ooh, Daze. Daze would be really nice to have. Yeah, dazes all enemies in a circular target area. Temporarily paralyzes them, but damaging them ends the daze. This can be really, really good for dealing with groups. Like, just so helpful. That is really tempting. Shape creations. Okay. Oh, I guess I'm already level 2 on that, so I can't. Oh no, because it just costs a lot more. Oh, I can learn to create Artilla here. Interesting. Yeah, this is why we need cash. Improve, create Thard. That's... Oh, they're both tempting. Damn. And then our weapon shaping. Ooh, where can I learn more spells? I'm not sure. However, I have heard rumors. Other shapers, loyal ones, they work in the higher valleys. Perhaps they can help. Interesting. So I guess like in this game, rather than like finding those vats, this is gonna, which actually, yeah, right. That was a, I'm remembering things from the last game now. Those things that we consumed to learn things were not good for us. I forgot about that. They like slowly changed us. They were like an unnatural way of gaining power. I'm remembering now. This is probably more proper. Learning from actual people, right? Yeah. Some of your creations attacked me. Taylor's face becomes completely emotionless. I'm sorry, Shaper. I'm sad that such a thing would happen. It does happen, though, around experimental creations. It is unavoidable. I do not believe you. This happened on purpose. Now we must fight. You can teach me shit, so... Well, don't let it happen again, buddy. Yes, Shaper. I'll do my best. His flat voice communicates no regret. He's probably like something he's dealt with like 100 times, so... Probably doesn't... Yeah. Okay. Okay, then I'll return to my work. He turns to one of his creations, wondering what might be profitably done to it. But yes, okay. I don't know what cause like... Honestly, actually, how much is, today's 170. Honestly, I really want days, improve, create Thard, and learn create Artilla. Yeah, we need money. What would be most helpful immediate though? Probably days. Because that's what I said, it can help in groups like, yeah, so much. I'm just trying to, like, cause I'm thinking with these, because notice how this is a lot more. Probably because we're already level 2. Which... Ooh, I wonder if I should reload. Because I don't know how it works in this yet. But one of the things, thinking back to Geneforge 1 again, is that, like, so... For example... there were different ways to, like, level up your skill. Like, there was mostly just those, but there was a couple of other things. And so I'm thinking in this way, because it was, like with those VAT thingies, it would up your skill by 1 regardless of the level. So I'm kind of wondering in this has jumped up the price a lot because it's level 2 to 3 rather than these cheaper ones because we're at level 0 and 1. So I'm kind of wondering if we didn't get that upgrade, could we buy this cheaper, then use the book to get level 3? Because right now, 3 is going to cost us 816. But it might be that level 2 costs us 200. And then we can use that book. So that, that might be worth checking. That would actually, like, just for reference for the full game, that would actually be really good to know. Alright, let's see where we're at. We'll do a save. We auto-saved there, apparently. Okay, that's our latest. Oh, we can just check from that anyway, right? We'll just go straight to talk. We don't have to... Oh, wait, was that already... No, I guess we want before that, then. That was in there. Oh, yeah, okay, we want that. Where are we going? Yeah. So we'll just check what the price is going to be. And we can just kind of confirm how things work. Let's go through them. Can you give me training? Oh, no, interesting. That's still 816. Oh, that's surprising, because that's like kind of expensive compared to the others. We are, yeah, no, oh, okay. I was wrong then. I mean, it was more of a suspicion. I wasn't sure or anything, obviously. Huh. No worries. I mean, that's good for us. We don't have to repeat anything. Yeah, but I think we're going to grab days. Ooh, improve is quite a bit. But yeah, days, that is going to be 1 essence, 20 energy. Yeah. That's going to be super helpful. And I guess we'll try and get some more cash together for these, because we do... The Artil is nice because it can inflict poison. That'll be kind of the team we want to start out, I think. One of each of these. Thard tanking, Artilla for poison, damage from Fiora. That'd be a pretty solid group of 3, I think. So yeah, we need to get 400 together. Which, we'll see how we go, but that's good. Nice. Now, what do? You approach this glowing anvil. It is made of... Oh, this is probably the weapon fusing, shaping stuff. I mean, yeah, shaping, not fusing. You approach this glowing anvil. It is made of solid steel infused with essence. Shapers use such anvils as a service to maintain their tools. Such items are normally very rare, but the Dry Peak Mountains are unusual. You're not an expert tinker, but doing simple modifications using such an anvil is a routine part of shaper training. Certain enchanted items can be improved here with proper materials. Oh, okay. Maybe this is different? It is still an entirely functional piece of shaper equipment. It is warm to the touch and glows slightly. The steel is infused with essence and its presence allows you to similarly alter other gear. There are many ways to do this, but you only have learned the most simple technique. It requires infernal residue to prime the item. Then Mandrake is mixed with your essence to inject the power. Unfortunately, the only technique you know to infuse an item with power requires infernal oh, okay. These are rare and valuable reagents. With luck, you might find them in these mountains. Okay. I assume that's kind of related to, like, the weapon shaping stuff, because that was, yeah, not in the last game. Okay. I guess we're all set here for now, other than wanting to check in here. I'll take a bandage. Right. Oh, we didn't try and go upstairs, did we? Also over there. Oh, alright. Sage Markov. Fancy crystals. Some stuff. Probably don't need any bones right now. Ale? Ale's good. Oh, alright. Got some books. I'll check those in a moment. 20? Ay, ay, ay. Just you up here, huh? Okay. Ooh, free crystals. Oh yeah. Wait, tools, you have value. Good, good. There is a lone, heavy-set man working in this workshop. He alternates between sipping ale and delicately chipping at his crystal spires with a mallet and chisel. His drink does not interfere with the care and precision of his motions. When you approach, he rises, combs through his hair and goatee with his fingers, and gives you a grin. A new arrival, eh? A shaver visits me in my humble little warren. I am Sage Markov of the Tarabi. I'm always glad for company when I'm chipping at rocks. Tedious work, this is. What is your job here? Crystals. I'm a master with them. A lowly common, yes, but I doubt you mighty shavers will get far without the equipment I'm making for you. Where do you get the raw materials? Some mine somewhere, I suppose. Sweating serviles drag them to me. Use logs and stone pillars to roll the raw crystal up to me. Then I can work magic with my chisels. What do you do with the stones? Crystals can do a lot of things. Hold magical power, carry it, focus it. When your lot does what you do with your essence scoop, you need to shoot magical power into it. Without the stability my crystals provide, you just make a big wet mess. Fair enough. Anything interesting happening in the mountains? He sighs. Lots of things, I think. Everyone seems more tense with every passing month. I stay up here and try to learn about it. It's been a lot quieter. A few years ago, Shaper Zachary couldn't get enough finished spires. Now, he has other things on his mind. You said that you are Tarabi? Yes, the Tarabi is one of the old cultures, a powerful, wealthy people up in the Dry Peak Mountains. Then the Shabers took over everything. My family is Tarabi. My parents brought up me and two sisters. I was the one with the talent, educated and put to work. The old cultures? You didn't think the Shabers ruled everything forever, did you? Before you came, there were lots of little peoples, like the Tarabi. We were master crystal workers. Now we have work for you. That's just old politics. Don't want to dwell on it. What happened to your sisters? Still with my family. An old Tarabi house. Merchants now dealing in crystals. Wealthy ones. Imagine they're married now. I've been working here and gaining money and connections for years. Haven't seen any of them in a long time. And you ended up back here. Yes, working. Earning money. Looking for a chance to improve my family's fortunes. I came here not long after Shaper Zachary did, and he pays well. I lift my humble common family up however I can, even if it means being trapped back here with the spiders. You have trouble with spiders? Not for long. When I see one, well, a mallet is always near to hand. Fair enough. Any plans for the future? Just looking for a chance. I make decent money now, but it'll take more than that to really elevate my family. Okay. What do you do with the stones? I think that's everything. Alright, interesting. Because, like, you know, not every character gets a portrait in these games, so they're usually more significant when they have one. But, no side quests or anything. Alright. Better have a read, which probably means I should sip a drink first, because there's 4 books. If they're all new though, that does mean XP, so... Which, yeah, we're getting there. This dusty ledger records the activities of this small crystal workshop over the last century. It's boring. You are far more interested in the sheet of paper poking out from underneath. It is a page torn out of a book of records located elsewhere. The writing is old and faint, but you can make some of it out. Two locations have been identified for the location of the unreadable. The better by far is that this is followed by a long series of numbers. This is all meaningless to you. However, it meant enough to someone to bring it here and hide it. Okay. It's, odd. Like, we don't get a quest from it or anything. This dusty ledger records the activity of this crystal workshop in the last century. A lot of rocks are described within, their weights, qualities, processing, and eventually fate. You can understand why these books have been left up here out of the way. Okay, not XP books, but... I don't know what to make of this. Like, I guess I might record it? I don't know. It's something. We'll record it for later. But I think that is everything before we actually go and speak to, Zachary, meet up with Shanti. Oh no, we have, this little spot over here, don't we? I'll be there soon. Oh, a guardian? Shaper quarters, north. No unauthorized entry. Is that us? The commander of the Warren Guards is patrolling the halls. She is a young guardian and her armor is clean and in good repair. You would guess that she came to Dry Peak recently. She nods to you, though your presence makes her anxious. I am Nora, a guardian of the Warren. We welcome you and will give you all the assistance you are due. Okay. I need some information on what has been happening here. I see. I am loyal to Zachary by orders. All I have to tell you is exactly what Zachary says, so you should talk to Zachary. Orders? Whose orders? The Shaper Council placed me under Zachary's command 8 years ago. He gave me orders when I arrived, and I obeyed them. And that is all she has to say. The Guardians tend to have more of the discipline of a soldier than Shapers or agents. What can you tell me about the rogues that have been attacking you? It is a minor problem. We can handle it on our own, without outside help. You should stay very close to Dry Peak though, for your own safety. Do not try to help us. What is that supposed to mean? For our own safety, which you're saying to a Shaper. Yeah, that's not a red flag or anything. You're refusing the aid of a Shaper when fighting creations? Is that wise? A Shaper apprentice, you mean? Yeah, with my badass agent, mentor. A Shaper apprentice, you mean? She gives this some thought. Well, there are a lot of rogues. When we kill some more appear. Our numbers are small. I'm allowed to recruit help, but do not look for reward. Our resources are limited. They're arriving quickly? Yes. In years past, we would get the occasional rogue who wandered in the woods, fell out of control and stumbled back in the town, hungry and alone. The new rogues? They are fresh creations. Mindless and hungry. They are appearing somewhere nearby, but we don't have the forces for a proper search. Where should I begin the hunt? Our trackers think the creations are coming from a forest to the southwest. Leave Dry Peak to the west, then go south, into the deeper fungal forest. That is a good place to begin the hunt. Be wary though, they can swarm. Okay, so you are accepting my help, but being a bit odd about it, I guess. I require supplies. We have no supplies to spare. I'm sorry, Shaper, but that is the case. Let's pass those locked doors, by the way. The quarters of the guards and the Shapers who command us. Nothing you need to see. Is that right? Okay. Find source of the rogue. Man, we've got a lot of stuff stacking up. Can I go this way? Whoops. Oh, we have a book. To be a servant. In this forgotten land, serving the ways of the Shapers sets you apart. In the rest of the known world, keeping our ways is but simple wisdom. It is different here. Here, if you obey the law and justice of our kind, you are called a servant. To rogues, servant is insult. We have reclaimed it as a point of pride. Some things are good to serve. One day the whole story will be told. One day we can emerge from this lost place and say who we served and why. Until then, the simple statement of faith will have to do. Okay. Serving the ways of the Shapers set you apart. In the rest of the new, keeping our ways but simple wisdom. I'm not sure who this is like kind of referring, like to but like rogues, because that's been used to refer to like, you know, rogue creations, but I'm assuming that's people who go against like the Shaper order type thing, or well, we haven't even, well, other than those two, we haven't really fought today, but we're getting towards the next level. I assume I cannot open them. Ooh, 20 living tools for each of them apparently. Alright. Surprised this took like way longer to explore than I expected. Did I miss something down? Wait, did I try that door? Yeah, no, that was locked. That was, yeah, there's a lot of locked places. Definitely wasn't going to up our mechanic skill, that's for sure. You finally come face to face with Shaper Zachary, the leader of the settlement of Dry Peak. He stands hunched over, the ancient, wasted away leader of a failed colony. His left eyelid twitches and his hands have constant gentle tremor. This frail old Shaper is surrounded by a considerable number of guards, both shaped and human. He's prepared for a considerable assault. When you approach, both he and Shanti turn to face you. Now that my apprentice is here, Shani says, we can begin our meeting. Sorry for the delay. The two elder Shapers stare at each other intently. They ignore you. Watch silently. Shanti presents a scroll to Zachary. Here are my orders, fellow Shaper. I've been sent by the council to speak with you and Guardian Barzal. Oh. Guardian Barzal. Didn't realize they were a guardian. Shani presents a scroll to Zachary. Here are my orders, fellow Shaper. I've been sent by the council to speak with you and Guardian Barzal about this colony's progress and future. I hope this will not cause you much trouble. Zachary takes the scroll and opens it. He scans the writing with a quick glance, barely absorbing its contents. The elderly Shaper clears his throat. It takes him some time to gather his thoughts. I have sad news. You were here to see me and Barzal, but Barzal is dead. There is a long silence. Agent Shani gives you a quick side look. Oddly, Agent Shani seems to want you to speak for once. Okay. What is the state of this colony? So what was it? We're done? Oh, so that was it? We're done? So all is well? What about the rogues that attacked us on our way here? There's much I would like to learn. Wait and listen. I mean, I guess, yeah, just ask, what is the state of this colony? That's what we're here for, right? The state of this colony, as you have seen, is bleak. I believe with work it can still be successful. That is all. Your mission has been completed. You can return to the council with that news. So all is well? What about the rogues that attacked us on our way here? Saber Zachary looks at Shanti, seemingly hoping that she shuts up her apprentice. Instead she says, Young man asks a very good question. Well, thank you. After a long pause, Zachary speaks in a quiet, wheezing voice. These accursed mountains do have a minor rogue infestation in the Sine Valleys. I'm sorry they inconvenienced you, but they have no importance. Really? Even though your gates were completely unguarded? So that was it? We're done? She turns to you with a wry smile. Apparently so, Mana. We came to examine the colony and question Zachary and Barzal, if possible. Now this has all been done. How fortunate for us, yes? How convenient. Shani smiles. You've been with her long enough to not be fooled by this expression. She is angry. I really like Shani so far. There is much I would like to learn. Agent Shani nods. Yes, your education should continue. I asked Zachary to allow you to explore freely. This is reasonable, yes? Zachary nods. Of course. I would never dare restrain representatives of Shaver Council, even apprentices. Okay. I mean, there's clearly more going on, but like... I don't really have any theories yet. I mean, obviously the rogues kind of suggest someone is doing things they probably shouldn't be. But is he just kind of not caring? Or is he involved type of thing? Like, yeah. Wait and listen. Shani says, I'm sorry for your misfortune, and I'm sorry to hear about Barzal. However, I need more information than that to return to my superiors. I assume I am free to explore these mountains? I'd be pleased if you would, says Shaber Zachary. He clearly doesn't mean it. And since the area is dangerous, I'll make sure my guards escort you for your own safety. Really? Really? I also have made quarters for you in Dry Peak near the road back home. Oh, I wonder if that's where the Shanti information thingy was that I already took stuff from. But yeah, like that's already obvious red flag. And same with the other, the Guardian was a bit odd about things. About outsiders being involved. Which I assume they're not suspicious, it's more coming, you know, top down. But like, and since there is dangers, I'll make sure my guards escort you for your own safety. You're talking to an agent and a Shaper, like how's that not a red flag? I have also made quarters for you in Dry Peak near the road back home. Shani says, then I'll rest in a proper bed for a night. My investigation begins soon. Thank you for your help. They bow to each other and Shani starts to leave. She motions for you to follow. I guess I'll be polite. Thank you, Shaber Zachary. He looks at you with a start. In his distracted state, he forgot that you were there. Yes, of course. Join Shanti. Once you're at the far end of the hall, Shani leans close and speaks quietly. Well, that was useless. And worrying. What do you think? Everything seems fine. Let's go home. Yeah, they're hiding something, that's for sure. She nods approvingly. Yes, they are. Poke around for a bit, then come meet me in our quarters. They're at the south end of town. Then she leaves. As she does, she notices that Zachary exhales with relief. Yeah. And the thing is, like, it's still not clear in terms of, like, is he suspicious because he's involved with something? Or has he been ignoring things? And it's like, he's basically trying to cover it up to save his own ass, not because he's involved, but because he's not being responsible type of thing. Because it kind of could go either way. Yeah. We'll locate Barzal's kind of done, potentially. We don't really know if he's actually dead, I guess. Because things are already kind of suspicious and all that. Shani wants you to explore the valley around Dry Peak. Shaper Barzal is missing, rogues everywhere, and everyone is acting odd. She wants to see if you can find out why. She's wandering around investigating. You should too. See here how far into the mountains you can get. Oh, okay, so this is kind of a broad thing then, not just around here. So I guess, yeah, like the mines, like we probably want to go exploring and figuring things out then. I thought she was just talking about here, but okay. That's kind of a broad directive. Yeah, alright. Should we try and talk to him directly? You return to Shaper Zachary, still sitting limply on his throne. Up close, he looks older and more infirm. His time in the Dry Peak Mountains has exacted a horrible price on him. However, it is always deadly to underestimate a Shaper. This man contains great power. Even if he didn't, he is surrounded by powerful guards. He waves you forward with a trembling hand. Greetings, Apprentice Mana. I am sure most of my business is with your master. However, if there are any little questions you want to ask, I wish to be nothing but helpful. Because I guess, like, either way he's suspicious, he can't act too suspicious. He's kind of got to be friendly. What was on the scroll Shani bought you? He removes the now waddled up piece of paper from the pouch and hands it to you. There is nothing surprising. The paper simply identifies who you are and what your purpose is here. Get a report on the colony, question Zachary and Barzal. Can you tell me how you came to Dry Peak? It was 10 years ago. Guardian Barzal and I were looking for a failing colony to restore. A way to establish our fame. We were ambitious. We thought we could use our skills to create new successful life forms and make these peaks productive. We thought we could do what others couldn't. Okay, well that's... I was aging and I was eager to gain the acclaim I had failed to achieve earlier. We failed here too. That is really the only story for you to take home. That makes me wonder if, yeah, is Barzal perhaps somehow involved with all these rogue creations? Because that could come back to the thing of like Zachary not being involved but covering his ass because he let things get out of hand and or something, or... Yeah. What did you do when you were young? He looks away. I led a life that was productive but not distinctive. I did what I could for the other Shapers when they noticed me. You've only been here 10 years? Only. This is a harsh place. It was barren when Shapers first came here. Centuries of failed Shaper experiments and malformed life forms being released in the world only made it worse. Can you provide me with any supplies or training? It is of course my responsibility to provide you with lodging. You'll find quarters for you by the south road out of Dry Peak. However, we have no extra supplies to provide. This is a poor colony and the rogue attacks have sapped our resources. I'm sure you understand. As for training, locate Tyalia. He is a Shaper deeper in the Warren. He can provide you with some training for a modest price. You can also get supplies from Jess, who works in the tool breeding hall. Okay. I've met them. I literally explored everywhere I could. May have taken a few knickknacks, nothing to worry about. Our orders here are to beat both you and Guardian Barzal. Barzal is dead? Yes, we left town to perform some experiments a safe distance away. One went wrong. He was killed by a Thard. If it was possible for you to speak with him, believe me, you would. But it isn't. That is it. Where's the body? Eaton. The failed convenient. Eaton. The failed experiment involved modifying a Thard. We tried to make a stronger labourer. Barzal took it into the wastes to the west. The creature went mad and struck Barzal down, then dragged him off. Probably ate him. Tell me about the rogues that are attacking. A mighty concern. There are a handful of rogues, probably wandered down from the higher valleys. We'll handle them with ease, even though your gate's like unguarded and the mines have been closed and everyone's talking about them. And I'm pretty sure there was reference of it been happening for months. So... There are a handful of rogues probably wandered down from the higher valleys. We'll handle them with ease. This region tends to make creations go rogue easily. The environment is hostile and it upsets them. It is troublesome, especially when it happens to our serviles. We try to deal with the rogues quickly and decisively. How are the rogues dealt with? Destruction, of course. That is the only proper fate of a rogue. I've seen quite a few rogues. Surely it's not a small problem. I can see why they would bother an apprentice like yourself. This disturbance is a minor one. We will dispatch these pests in no time at all. You will learn not to be troubled by rogues. With age comes wisdom. Well, again, my previous points, but... When your serviles have problems, how do you deal with them? How do you deal with any rogue? When a servile becomes erratic, it is punished. If it goes fully rogue, it is destroyed. Do not let yourself become too attached to serviles. It is a bad habit shapers sometimes pick up. Is it possible to restore a rogue creation? It is possible sometimes, very rarely for the most powerful and dominant of shapers. The penalty for the failure is death and destruction. Centuries of experience shaping has taught us that the hard path is the best for all. A rogue is a mindless, deadly creature. It is a sad thing, but they must be dealt with. But don't we have some responsibility to our creations? Must we not try to save all of them, even rogues? I mean, I will see what he says. It is wrong to be kind when that kindness results in death of an innocent. Every shaper is allowed to voice such sentiments, a few times. When young, such ideas are best left to youth, or when you find your career as a shaper to be short and unproductive. I think there was something else there. Wait, was that everything? How rogues dealt with. Okay. I think that was everything. Yeah. So they're clearly hiding something. It's just... Is it, covering his ass? Is it... Yeah. Clearly more going on. That much is obvious, at least. And we have looked around here, but there is a handful of places we can't get to. We can't get into those. We can't get into that room upstairs. We can't get in there. We can't get in there. I feel like more and more we're seeing, like even so early in the game, we are really going to want to invest into mechanics. That is for sure. But I think we're done here for now. Which, yeah, it took longer getting through it than I expected. Really good though, like I'm really, really enjoying this so far. It is disappointing this is the demo, because I don't want to wait for the full release. But, yeah, so I'm guessing this is your quarters. Okay, that checks out then. That's, the book was there and stuff. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can talk to Shanti. All is not well, I agree. Shanti has settled into your temporary quarters. Well, settled isn't the right word. She's ready to slip out and start investigating. Likely when the guards aren't looking. When you join her, she distractedly fingers her tooth necklace. We have a problem. A real problem. Our orders tell us to find Barzal. I do not believe he is dead. I think we're being lied to. Ah, we're on the same page. Because yeah, I was kind of like, especially that little like, said he the body was eaten, but then he said dragged away, probably eaten or whatever, like. And yeah. So we go home and report the problem to Shaper Council. Why do you think Shaper Zachary is lying? What are you going to do? Yeah, why do you think, oh, we'll start, we can probably go through. I always just sometimes worry about cancelling out other options, but... So we go home and report problems to Shaper Council. You earn a look of contempt. I am an agent. This is not a path for cowards. When we find a problem in the field, we don't run away and hide behind Mummy's apron. We solve it. Going home is a last resort. Yeah. There's always like dialogue options I don't necessarily want to actually use because I kind of like the roleplay, but then I also want to see all the dialogue. Why do you think Shaper Zachary is lying? Mostly a hunch. Learn to trust hunches, apprentice. A large part of it is the death of a shaper is a significant thing. I don't think Zachary would keep that knowledge to himself. Yeah, because I thought that too, like, it happened a year ago, and it was never reported to the Shaper Council. That was already suspicious. What are you going to do? Shiny sighs. I need to sneak out and investigate, but only when I can. I'm being watched closely. You, on the other hand, are an apprentice. They do not take you seriously. You can go where I can't. Explore the valley, see what you can find. When you learn something interesting, report back to me. Okay, okay. Have you been able to sneak out and do any investigating? Only a little. Zachary has offered to give me an escort of guards whenever I go anywhere. The offer is not optional, it appears. I'll need to watch for opportunities to slip out. Why don't you just command the guards to leave you alone? Shiny smiles and shakes her head. Time for more learning, apprentice. In theory, I have a great authority here. In practice, we are far from home. We are not alone. We are alone here. The area is dangerous and full of rogues. If Zachary were to feel threatened by us, it would be very easy for us to have an unfortunate accident. Remember that. There is law, and then there are the laws. There is law, and then there are the ways laws actually function. Yeah. Are you concerned? A good agent is always concerned about everything all the time. I admit that. At the moment, I am more concerned than usual. What can we do then? Fortunately, Zachary has limited forces. He can't spare soldiers to watch both me and you. I feel they are underestimating what you are capable of doing. We must use that to learn the truth. Makes sense. Any more training or skills you can give me? Regretfully, no. Unfortunately, before we left, I was told specifically what skills I can teach you, and I have done so. The Shaper laws are very, very strict on what secrets can be taught. Some flexibility would be useful here, but alas, there is none. So there is no ways to learn while I'm here? I didn't say that. Only there are limits to what I personally can teach you. However, in our bedroom, I have left a book for you. Some theory on how we Shapers do what we do might be instructive. Also, in Zachary's Hall, there are people who can teach you some simple spells for a price. You should take advantage of that. You just said you're a Shaper. Aren't you an agent? I had been wondering about that, actually. It is perplexing at times. To the outside world, we are all Shapers. Anyone who molds life is a Shaper. But inside our world, we have three sects: Shapers, Guardians, and Agents, each with their own tasks to perform. Well, that's not even, like, because that is less than clear to me, right? Because you said to the outside world they're all Shapers, but, like, Agents and Guardians can do shaping, right? So, I'm not actually sure how that works. Shani paces back and forth in the room, absently fingering her necklace. Being trapped here under surveillance makes her understandably agitated. Was another option? Oh no, it was just that. I would like to learn more about the Shapers. Our ways are mysterious and complex. Our powers are great. Little by little we will remake the world, filling it with life and making it lush and wonderful. Some outsiders, believe it or not, question our wisdom. They think that the ability to create life may be misused and may create horrors beyond imagining. Others question our right to control what we make absolutely. Some commons even have sympathy for the serviles, not realizing how happy we make those creatures. You must learn in time never to question the wisdom of our kind. Why must creations obey us totally? Remember, Shapers rule the world. We have brought great peace and prosperity. This is only possible because we control our knowledge and power. Our history reaches what happens when we relax control. Our history teaches us what happens when we relax control. Mad Thards, predatory Furos on the roads, even feral murdering serviles. It happens. Trust us, Mana. Take advantage of what we have learned. Those we create owe obedience to us. We gave them life and they owe us a great debt. Shaper magic is powerful and dangerous. Out of our control, it will cause endless disasters. Yeah? Shaper magic is the secret of our wealth and power. If we share it, we are weaker, so we shouldn't. Shouldn't our control over creations be so total? Should our control over creations be so total? Can't they be free beings? Shaper magic is powerful and dangerous. Out of control, it will cause endless disasters. Yeah, I mean that, yeah. Yes, you have learned well. What you said is unquestionably true. I hope we don't find any such disasters in these mountains. Yeah, well, we'll see about that. By the way, when you are asked questions about your opinions, be careful. This region is small and word gets around. You will find that your beliefs will affect who will deal with you and how. What is a common? Why is that? It seems like an odd response. What is a common? A common human. It means every human who is not a Shaper. We rule the outside of humans and bring them wealth and safety. In return, they give us obedience we are due. Do they ever take common as an insult? It is not meant as an insult. Of course, some commons are full of jealousy and resentment. It is a part of life. As long as they are peaceful and don't attempt to steal our secrets, we allow it. I will investigate the region. Good. If you find anything unusual, report back to me. I'll make my own discreet inquiries. I have nothing to add right now. I'll be going now. Agent Shiny nods and smiles. A dangerous land, a fresh mystery, freedom to explore. It's all a young Shaper could hope for. I envy you, Mana. Good hunting. Okay, I think there was another option we actually did miss out on. Not sure. Can we save and... Yeah, let's jump back to this one just real quickly. I may have got covered and I didn't realize, but... I think like the second from the bottom we may not have got to ask. Yeah, what are you going to do? Shiny size. I need to sneak out and investigate, but only when I can. I'm being watched closely. Oh, no, it's that. Okay. I don't know about the other one. Okay, I just want to be like extra sure. How can I help? Truly the question all teachers want to hear from their students. I'll need to sneak out and investigate when I can. I'm being watched closely. Oh, okay, this is the same but with a little extra at the top. Okay. Just want to make sure we don't miss anything. But alright. Well, I think that is probably a good stopping point for this one. I think we've been going for over an hour and a half again, which is kind of crazy when we only went to the Warrens. Because I said, I think we have 8 areas to explore for the demo, so it looks like we'll definitely be going for probably another 1 or 2, surprisingly. But I said, I don't like to miss anything, just gonna take it all in, enjoy it, and yeah. But we learned a bit, we've been given some responsibility, we have to go explore and see what we can figure out. Zachary's definitely suspicious. Me and Shanti seem to be on the same page about Barzal potentially not being so dead. We have a bunch of side quests going on. We've got 3 rogues to slay, we have to rescue some serviles from the mine, we have to get some iron bars, we need to get some salt weed from someone named Sharon. Got to investigate that smart servile, not sure what we need to really do there. We need to find the source of the rogues, which that could be one that actually drags on a while. That may not be a... yeah, that might be a larger one. We need to find a purpose for Zensatal, which I feel like maybe he should just, you know, head out into the world and not just stay here, but anyway. Yeah, and locate Barzal, so I guess that, that is potentially still relevant, yeah. We also have, like, yeah, so there's still buildings, like, there, and... up here we couldn't get into. A whole bunch of the Dry Peak Warrens, a whole bunch of the Dry Peak Gates, so once we get our mechanics up and we start getting more living tools, we have some serious backtracking to do. We have some living tools we can buy at the Warren as well as from their couple. We need to get more training at the Warren as well. Cause yeah, we got days, which would be useful, but it'd be good to get the improved Thard as well as get the yeah, create Artilla, so we'll definitely want to get that. A couple other spells there also will be useful, but yeah, just the improving Thard and then create Artilla will be the priority to start with. And yeah, days, so after that we'll kind of just see, we'll probably want to have money for other things, but yeah, just those plus days are going to be really helpful, so... what do we have? Yeah, 134 at the moment. We need 400-ish to get improved Thard and Artilla, so we'll work towards that. Yeah. We've got a fair bit going on. And yeah, so it's seemingly more than I expected for the demo, so that'll be good. Because, yeah, we'll probably pick up next time going to the mines. I think that'll probably be good. See what happens there, and yeah, honestly, like, considering how long it's taken so far, it wouldn't surprise me if we get 2 more videos out of this demo. Obviously this one was a very dialogue heavy one, and going from here it's probably going to be far less, so it might be quicker, because we've talked to like everybody in Dry Peak and the Warrens, and I imagine most of the other areas we have access to now is going to be kind of connected to some of these side quests and probably be more combat oriented and stuff, so but yeah, we'll just see what happens. Yeah, it could be 1 or 2 more, so which is nice. Like, the more I can get out of it, the better. Like, because if I'm not sure when the part 3 will come up yet. I kind of want to like leave, you know, a couple days in between at least, so maybe we can push it a little bit further towards release, just so there's not as big of a gap, even though it'll still be a little bit. But yeah, just thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying. I am really looking forward to this. I'm really liking the setup so far. It's like, it's good because it kind of feels kind of small scale at the moment, like in a good way. I like the dynamic with Shanti. Yeah, I'm really liking the setup so far, so curious to see where this will go. But yeah, just thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying. Let me know if you have any feedback or anything. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in part 3 soon. Bye-bye.